All right, all right, all right. You all know why we're here and what we came to do this year. This is only the beginning of a very long season, but Game 1 means just as much as Game 82. Now, we have some new faces here that I really expect to make an impact for us this season. We've already seen flashes of what they can do for us, but I expect all of you to go out there and execute just like we did in camp. Ain't no more excuses. It's time to get serious. If we play our brand of basketball, there's no telling where this team can go. So get out there, get warm, and let's go win this game.
Here we go, our first NBA game. This is something I've been waiting for my entire life. And to be honest, I'm a little bit nervous. But I know this is where I belong. So I just gotta get out there and do what I was born to do. I hope I can make my family proud.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Welcome, everyone, to a brand new season of NBA basketball. I'm sure you're as excited as all of us are here at 2K Sports as we get ready. Now, folks, and the fulfillment of a lifelong dream, a special individual taking to the hardwood as we'll get to watch the first official NBA appearance from Castile.
You know, and what a huge moment this is for him. I mean, your whole life has been spent leading up to this, and finally he's going to get to take the court in the NBA. I mean, his mind has to be racing like a million miles an hour.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. I mean, there are all different kinds of pressure situations. This is about as nerve-wracking as it gets. But even so, I don't think it takes away from how much he enjoys it.
Setting the floor for the Knicks. We've got Williams, Kyle O'Quinn out there with Thomas. Then there's Calderon, and it's Roten in at the one.
Just doing the job on the backdoor.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going.
Good on the second free throw. And mark that bucket down, folks. That's the first career basket from Castile.
And a scrappy one, but he'll take it. It doesn't matter how you get those first points in the NBA. It just matters that you get them.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, there will be plenty of chances to create spectacular highlights in the years to come for this young man. But right now, he just wants those first points.
And Roten drops them both. The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. It's the Knicks, up 5. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. Well, earlier we sat down with Freak and asked him about playing in his first NBA game.
You know, I've thought about this moment my entire life. Now that it's finally here, the feeling's pretty crazy. But I know it's just the beginning. I got a lot of hard work ahead of me to get to where I want to go, to be the best player and the best teammate I can be. But this is an exciting first step, no doubt.
You know, Clark, you don't see that kind of perspective for most rookies, do you?
You really don't, Kevin. I mean, I really like his approach to the game. What remains to be seen, though, is will that translate to consistent production on the court.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And what stands out to you from New York in this one?
This is almost like a volleyball game when you watch just how many shots they blocked or altered.
Well, how about this? A lot of side out for them, the way they swatted shots away. That's a volleyball term, by the way, folks.
Yeah, or handball.
Or handball.
Yeah, either one of the two. They're knocking a lot away.
Yeah.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court for the Knicks, Thomas is out there with Derek Williams. Then there's Calderon. Then there's Kyle O'Quinn. And it's Roten in at the 2 spot.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Last season ended with the Knicks pretty much packing it in, but Clark, it didn't start out that way.
You know what? Not at all. I mean, the Knicks were picked by many, Kevin, to be a playoff team last season. Clearly, things did not go as planned.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. And a new group in for the Knicks. So New York going with almost an entire new group here. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Lopez. Thomas comes in for Porzingis. Williams, he's checked in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's Calderon in for Tony Roten. And that one's good. Freak.
And it became clear that thinking about the Knicks again, I mean, it made sense for a team with injuries and being in disarray on the floor to just battle for that lottery.
Calderon, that's for 2. And the Knicks miss again.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, there were a lot of other places he could have gone with the basketball instead of forcing that shot up.
Aflalo right side. Passes to Thomas. From about 16. Good. And the Knicks lead by 3.
You know, kind of packing it in for the sake of being better in the future can possibly work in New York for a year or 2, but not longer than that. The media will eat you up there if you don't start making some progress towards winning, pleasing basketball.
Here's Castillo. Rebound by Williams. And it's Aflalo penetrating. He sinks the 11-footer. Aflalo's got the lead up to 5 now for the Knicks.
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Showed nice basketball IQ. I agree, Greg. I mean, if he finds his spot on the perimeter and doesn't force it, I think his outside shot will be hard to block no matter who's defending him.
And we are not going to halftime just yet. Officials signaling they are going to review the tape.
And to me, guys, it looks pretty clear-cut on the instant replay. I mean, the ball was out of his hands in time. I think they'll confirm this one pretty quickly.
Well, I can't see how they'd come to any other conclusion. I mean, we have a good look at it on the replay. The clock's still ticking when it left his fingertips.
And they've taken a look at it, and they've overturned the call. They've overturned the call. They're calling the basket good, Greg.
Yeah, and that's why we have replay. I mean, to make sure the officials don't miss any calls. And really, a good job.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given. Substitution here for Milwaukee. Henson's checked in for Monroe. Mayo comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Jared Bayless is checked in for Chris Middleton. And Freak subbed in for Michael Carter-Williams. And a new group in for the Knicks. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Lopez. Thomas comes in for Porzingis. Williams, he's checked in for Anthony. And it's Tony Roten in for Jose Calderon. Castillo, he's in at point guard. Parker and Henson, the duo inside. Jared Bayless is out there with Mayo. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Knicks.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively.
Some changes here for the Bucks. Monroe's checked in for Parker. Vasquez comes in for Chris Middleton. And Freak subbed in for Jared Bayless. The Knicks also changing it up. Zinkis, he's checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. And Carmelo Anthony has subbed in for Thomas. Setting the floor for the Knicks. Williams is out there with Porzingis. Then it's Anthony. Then it's Tony Roten. And it's Aflalo in at the shooting guard position. And that one's good. Freak.
And just a terrific job of taking care of business in front of the home fans.
And Greg, those fans had a hand in the win. I mean, they gave this team a big lift throughout the game. I thought there was great energy in the building.
Here's Roten. Kept alive by New York. Mayo kicks to Freak. To Mayo. And so it's the Bucks taking care of